is the Detroit Pistons. Now, let's kick things off with Detroit last year having a record of 21-61. Jaden Ivey. Now, I will be the first one to say that Jaden Ivey got really the short end of the stick. Other NBA executives are saying, why is Jaden Ivey not getting the development, especially in this time, in this situation of where the Detroit Pistons are, right? You're sitting there and we just talked about the records, 21-61. They had a catastrophic losing streak in the middle of this year, and we have Jaden Ivey and his playing time and being benched. It's just, he's just being puppeted by Monty Williams. Troy Weaver is out. Trajan Langdon is in. Monty Williams out. JB Bickerstaff, who is really good about developing young talent, is in. And now it's time for these kids to really settle in. It's just unfortunate that now Jaden Ivey's in year 3 and he needs to show and prove what he is, because it will be indicative of what his contract situation is going to be. Or will it be another Jonathan Kuminga situation where Jonathan Kuminga has said, listen, I want the rookie max extension. You guys drop the ball with my development. I don't have anything to do with giving myself more playing time. So I expect to be paid because you guys tell me I'm critical to your future. The thoughts of Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey entering a critical year as well. Despite his explosive athleticism and his scoring ability, Ivey's inconsistency has raised questions about his long-term role with the team. Last season, he averaged 15.1 points a game, 4.2 assists, and 3.5 rebounds a game, while only shooting 42% from the floor, period. And he shot 33.2% from 3. However, his defensive rating was 115, which was one of the lowest on the team. Jonathan Givony weighs in on to Ivey potential. Ivey's ceiling is incredibly high, but this season is about putting it all together. He needs to show he can be consistent, especially on defense. If he can do that, he can be a key piece to Detroit's future. A Pistons executive echoed the same sentiment, emphasizing the need for Ivey to become a reliable two-way player. Now, Jaden Ivey is one of the most athletic guys that we have in the league. It is not a question of whether can he stay in front of people. It's a matter of desire, and it's a matter of locking in on your defensive philosophies and principles. And here's the thing, the first 2 years I'm gonna give him a pass because unfortunately Detroit didn't seem serious as an organization. Now, I think there were well intentions. I think there were plays on upside, but I don't think anybody ever thought about roster construction or how having non-shooters in other places were really going to affect Cade and Jaden Ivey, who are your high-level, high first-round picks. Because if you think about it last year, not this past year, but last year, they're sitting on the clock and Ausar Thompson falls into their lap. Now, I'm not saying Ausar Thompson is a bad player, but he came into the draft, the 2023 draft, okay? So, not the 2024 draft, 2023. He comes into that draft with the reputation of he's going to need a lot of work on his outside shot. Now, if you look at draft needs and things of that nature, well, Detroit needed everything. But the one thing they absolutely needed was spacing. That was the one thing they needed, was spacing. And they went for the upside play in Ausar Thompson. Now, we're going to get to him in a second. I want to focus this more on Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham right now. Now, you can be enamored with the talent of Ausar Thompson, which there are various skills, and there are just tantalizing athletic traits that we can get into momentarily. But you didn't think of your 2 prior first round draft picks when you drafted Ausar Thompson. You didn't think about Jaden Ivey. You didn't think about Cade Cunningham.